Joining me right now is Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, who was part of this week's border tour. He sits on the Senate Judiciary and Budget Committees. And, Senator, it is good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here.
You bet.
Well, what a trip it sounds like you and your colleagues had. We just spoke with Senator Cruz, who walked us through many of the issues that you all faced. From your standpoint, what is most striking that we should understand?
After visiting the border, I understand why President Biden has blocked the press. I'm not sure there are words in English, Maria, to describe it. It was mind-numbing. If it's not a crisis, it'll do till one gets here. President Biden is allowing in anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people a day. That's about 1 million to 1.5 million a year. They're not just coming from Central America and Mexico. 55 different nationalities are represented. This is not hard to figure out if you think about it. Traditionally, America's immigration policy, especially under President Obama, was this. Anyone who is caught is allowed in, and anyone who is allowed in is not deported. The Trump administration and the Republican Congress changed all that. We secured the border. We did the safe third country agreements. We built the wall. We established the Remain in Mexico program. President Biden comes in and he dismantles everything. And he basically readopts President Obama's policy, but on methamphetamines. He also issued a moratorium on all deportations. Now, unless you've been in lockdown too long, you know that one or two things are going on. Either President Biden believes in open borders, or the people that he has put in charge of his immigration policy may be smart, but they don't have any sense. They don't have the sense that God gave a goose. I mean, reality calls and they hang up. And now President Biden has put Vice President Harris in charge of fixing it. I know the Vice President. She's a lovely person. I sat on Judiciary with her. But that's like putting a Lance Armstrong in charge, as drug czar, in charge of our drug programs. I mean, she's called the Border Patrol a bunch of Ku Klux Klanners.
That's right. And she said she's not in charge. She said she's not going to be doing that. So I don't know what took place in the days after Biden said Kamala is in charge, but she's made it clear she's only doing diplomacy. I don't know what diplomacy. I mean, diplomacy with the migrants. I'm not sure. But let's take a break because there's other news as well. I want to find out. Exactly. I want to find out about the run-in you had with coyotes, and I also want to ask you about the breaking news this week from the former CDC director, Robert Redfield, who says COVID-19 escaped from the Wuhan lab of virology, something Senator Tom Cotton told us first on this program. Stay with us. We're talking with Senator Kennedy, and we'll be right back. We're back with our exclusive reporting and Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, who sits on the Senate Judiciary and Budget Committees. Senator, you and your colleagues have exposed some serious issues here at the border. You just said a moment ago this can be fixed in a week. How?
Just go back to doing what we were doing in December. All you have to do is talk to the Border Patrol members. They'll tell you straight up. All we have to do is go back to what we were doing before President Biden undid everything that the Republican Congress and the Trump administration did. Easy peasy, done. It'll be fixed in a week.
Do you think they're too proud? They're too proud to go back to Trump policies? I mean, frankly, I think some of this, Biden coming in and overturning everything Trump did was just, it was Trump, so let's forget it. It's Trump, so let's overturn it, without actually looking at the serious issues that our country faces. Now we're forced to recognize this as a humanitarian crisis.
Well, my personal opinion, it's just an opinion, is that either President Biden, or if he's not making the decisions, the people that he's put in charge believe in open borders. They think that vetting people at the border is racist. I and every other country in the world thinks it's prudent. What we're doing now is dangerous. It's expensive. It puts downward pressure on wages, and it reservedly undermines the rule of law and legal immigration. I mean, it's nonsense on a stick. And I think if he's able, President Biden needs to go down and take a look and see what we saw.
Can they just leave this as is? Something has to give, right? I mean, there's got to be something that happens here to change where this is going. The migrant spikes are through the roof. The conditions are disgusting. Are you expecting any change in policy anytime soon?
No, because again, just my opinion, I think Biden's people believe in open borders, but if they want to fix it and they don't know how, it's not complicated. Just call Chad Wolf, ask him to take a temporary assignment. All he has to do is listen to the Border Patrol agents and go back to doing what we were doing in December, and that will stem the tide. You have to watch what politicians do, though, not what they say, and by not doing that, I think we're being told that this administration believes wholeheartedly in open borders. And partly because, as Senator Cruz just said, that's more Democrat votes.